Hello everyone, welcome to my channel DriveItRyan, where I do installs, how-tos, and car reviews. If you're new here and you're a car nut like I am, please consider subscribing. Anyways, for today's project, I'm going to be putting 2007 Sti HID headlights into my 2007 WRX that currently has no HIDs. There's been some debate on the internet on whether or not you could just swap these out and it's plug and play, but we're here to figure it out, so let's get to it. Unfortunately, to change the headlights out, you have to take the front bumper off. So let's start by doing that. I'll show you how to do it. First, there's these 6 plastic clips. You're going to want to pop out with 2 flathead screwdrivers. Next, we got to take out these 2 clips on each side on the grill, because behind these is another clip that you'll see when I take these off. Once you have that piece out, you'll see the clip behind there that I was talking about. Take that out with a flathead too. There he is. Nico wants to be famous. Nico's free as a bird. Yeah. Nico gotta do doo-doo. Brian gotta go doo-doo. Alright, back to work. Okay, after these clips are out, this is pretty much loose as a goose. So you're going to want to jack the car up because there's 3 clips on either side. A little dark. But there is a clip here, there, and right here on each side. So take those out. Also on either side in the wheel well, there's a clip right here that I pop out with the flathead, but I think from the factory it's a Torx bit or a Phillips head. Not quite sure. I haven't had the stock one in there for years now, so whatever the case may be, you gotta take that out. Now the bumper should be ready to come off. Let's see if I can do this by myself. I did once before. You see? I have mucho experience. And that's it. Victory! Now that the front bumper is off, you have access to the bolts. Everything's a 10mm, so you have 2 bolts here, 1 up top, and 1 down here on the sides. And then don't forget about this little Phillips plastic head. I'm going to back that out. Sometimes it's a pain, but just work at it. Ooh, some drills. Okay, I took the WRX headlight out, went to install the new Sti HID headlight assembly, and I quickly figured out the answer to this debacle on the internet. This isn't a direct plug and play, but there is a pretty easy solution. Fortunately, there's a company called Lightwerkz that sells a adapting wiring harness specifically for this issue. I'll put the link to the part below, but check this out. So here's the harness. So as you can see, it has a separate separate power and grounding point, as well as the adapters for the HID ballasts. So I'm going to order that up, and unfortunately I have to put this car back together because I'm taking it to Lime Rock tomorrow. But in the next scene, hopefully I'll have that wiring harness and I'll show you guys how to wire it up, and hopefully we'll be back in business. So see you then. We got the Lightwerkz harness in so we could continue to make some progress on this job. So I laid out, these are the new 07 STI HID headlights. So I laid it out. If you're sitting in the car, this is the driver's, this is the passenger side. So here, we'll spread this harness out so it's easy to follow. So here we have the positive that'll go to the battery for power, and the negative to the battery. We have a relay that we need to secure somehow. We'll figure that out. And these are the two female ends that go into the HID ballasts. So I don't want to scratch the lens, but you'll unplug the factory plug in place of this Lightwerkz plug. It goes right on. That was backwards, but it goes right on like that and clips in. So the part that gets a little tricky is there's two T-taps here. Oh shit. Oh fuck. you take these off, tap them into the parking light, secure it, and then you can plug these right back in. So before you do that, you want to peel back some of the factory, what do you call it, electrical tape. Peel back an inch or two. You want to give yourself some margin for error in case you have to redo it. You don't want to be too close to the plug. So that's what we're going to do next, and see how it goes. Nice clean cut. So we have the T-tap that we're going to tap into the factory wire. We got one clipped in already. I'll show you how to do the other one. So where that little slit is, go around the wire, stagger it from the other one. And that should be about right. Does that look good? Mm-hmm. And you gotta squeeze real hard. Yep, and it clipped. So that should be good. So I installed the first headlight. You can already see how much better it looks. Nice and clear. Compared to this old faded lens, blacked out housing. So, I wired it up just as I showed you when I had everything laid out on the counter, but I'll show you how I routed everything. So the positive, I got the positive mocked up to the battery. Kind of snakes around to the relay, which I mounted to the battery bracket. I got the ground cleanly routed here, and you can kind of see where it's tapped into the parking light. So I tapped into that bulb, and there was some debate on the forums whether that would work or not. So let's try and turn it on and see if it works. Well, I think that settles it. That's the way you wire it up. Look how much better that is compared to this old one. What a difference. So now that I know that it works, I can take the passenger side headlight out and we'll be done. So I wired the wire to the HID ballast down, underneath, and up where the factory headlights are wired, so it's real clean away from the radiator and any heat sources. So this wire from Lightwerkz is ready to plug into the new HID ballast. Let's just get this WRX one out of there. Get out of there. Ah. Crucial step. Clean behind your headlight. Always. Very nice. So I unplugged the factory harness from the factory HID because the Lightwerkz harness is gonna plug into this ballast. So I just taped it off and I'll tuck it out of the way. And you could tape this off too if you'd like. I think that's for the leveling motor, I'm not entirely sure. And then the factory, there's already a factory plug to go into this plug. So we'll just reinstall it in the reverse order. I'll let the camera play so you can see how I do it.
Chuki beat.
Both headlights are in. I tested them. They work perfectly. So next I just got to put the front bumper back on. Tighten these bolts up. And that's it. So that concludes how you properly switch out WRX headlights to STI OEM HID headlights. All you need is this nice Lightwerkz harness, and it's pretty simple. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next install. Peace.